Hello guys, and welcome again to one of GBHL Jamie's hobby vlogs. This week I'm going to be painting up Gildor Inglorian, who was kindly gifted to me by Ryan Ratchford, so I thought I'd get a hobby vlog done of painting up him. So, something I decided would be a little bit different this week is that I'd go through the full painting process, going through Imperial Primer, through all the paints, all the blues, and as you can probably tell, I'm still quite ill. Got to catch my breath quite a few times, but I'm interested in repainting up my wood elves, and I thought I'd use Gildor as he's pretty much wood elf in appearance, so I thought I'd use him as a test model to see what my blues look like on some Lord of the Rings minis. So we'll come on to that. I've got my painting station set up, got all my paints displayed for you to make it look a bit easier that didn't work. I've got my paints displayed to make it easier for me to show you what I'm using. There we go, got it. Got my fresh tub of water, some tissue paper for cleaning brushes. The three brushes that I use are I had them all displayed then, the Citadel Detail Brush, Citadel Standard and Army Painter Insane Detail. And the paints will come across as I'm using, but we shall start off with the Imperial Primer and the Standard Brush and paint up base coat on Mr. Gildor. And what I'm hoping to see is that by using the Imperial Primer it'll be less prone to chipping, unlike the spray cans, as the Lending Army at the weekend has become very chipped, and I was a little bit disappointed when I was playing with it because obviously it's got lots of white metal showing. So we shall come back when he has been base coated. Right, the Imperial Primer has been placed onto the model. Just waiting for the last few bits to dry in the recesses there, as I don't want to start painting and the black mix in with the paint. But as you can see, you get a good coverage by doing it by hand rather than spraying, and hopefully it will prevent those chips as mentioned earlier. Now, as I'm waiting for this to dry, I am finally watching the extended edition of The Hobbit, Battle of Five Armies. So I'm going to get back and watch it, and I'll come back when I'm starting to put the blues onto the model. Okay, so the ink has the base coat has dried, and I've applied the Mordian blue. And as you can see on the model there, I'll just give it a quick spin. The camera's hard to hold with one hand. Then I'll be applying the German blue wash up here. When that's dried, we'll put on the Teclis blue. We'll come back when that's done. In fact guys, in the last 3 videos now, I've shown you how I do this blue. So I'm going to do this blue to completion, then I'll show you the flesh, but with the elf flesh this time. And that'll be the next clip that we see. Okay, so the blues have now been finished on Gildor. I'm pretty happy with how they've turned out. Next up, I'm putting the Talon flesh on and washing it with the Reikland flesh shade, and then I'll come back once the elf flesh has been put on so that you can see what that looks like in difference to the tan flesh, and we'll come back when that is completed. Okay there guys, and we are done with Gildor. He's all painted up and looking pretty happy with him. Well, I'm looking pretty happy with him, but you can't see me. This has only been a short video. I hope to be using this blue a bit more on my models, as I feel quite confident painting it, and I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I quite like that there was a little metallic on this model. Metallics are something I'm struggling with painting, so if you've got any tips for that, please do leave them in the comments. Yeah, might see him in a bat rep soon, or in a tournament army in the future. But once again, thank you to Ryan Ratchford, or Acthon, for gifting this to me. It's a miniature I've been looking forward to using and painting for a while. So thank you very much, Ryan. And as ever guys, be sure to comment, like, share and subscribe. Support your Hobbit hosts by clicking the links below. Support your Hobbit hobby, and happy strategy battle gaming.